सुप्रभातम सुस्वागतम. कर्मयोगा. Karma Yoga is the very special secret to convert every action into a yoga. All other streams of yoga, Jnana Yoga the path of analysis, Raja Yoga the path of willpower, Bhakti Yoga the path of emotions, they all need some special time to be allotted for their practice. Either in the morning or evening you have to spend time in all this yoga. But the speciality of Karma Yoga is that it doesn't need any special time to be allotted. But we have to bring about a total transformation. That's the secret that we are trying to learn. All four paths independently can lead to the ultimate goal. Karma Yoga alone can take you to the highest goal. Absolute freedom. Freedom from all miseries, tensions, stresses, diseases and the bondages. Krishna is unraveling the secret. In the first place, we have to recognize the three gunas with which we all are made. Tamas, Rajas and Sattva. And in the shloka that we learned, chanted now, we have been given the whole dimension of the three gunas. What are three gunas? Tamas, drowsiness, sleepiness, lethargy, laziness, and so on. Rajas is dynamism, energy, brilliance, sharpness, intelligence, go-getters. But along with that, there is the ego and selfishness which propels us to action. Sattva is the one that triggers us to good action. All of you who are doing wonderful work, the good actions are all essentially Sattva. Sattva Pradhana. And Krishna says that you should do the actions, but the right action. You cannot run away from action. If you want to change, you have to stay. And what is the technique of doing it? Yasvindriyani manasam is to work detached. Escaping from action is no solution. When you face the difficulties, challenges, problems, conflicts, you should not run away. You have to discharge the responsibility. But how? By the yoga way. Using work as a tool for our transformation. To transform ourselves from tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva. So what is important is how we do the action is most important. Good action we do, but we must do it detached. And that detachment is the key essence. Tamas, Rajas and Sattva show up in all our actions, in all, even the preferences that we have, in the food that we take, the body we have, the mind we have, everything is governed by the three gunas. And to bring about the transformation at all levels, we can use all these dimensions. What are the key features of tamas is described in the 6th verse. Anubandham, kshayam, himsam, anapekshata paurusham, mohadarabhyate karma, yat tat tamasamuchyate. That which is binding. Any action that we do, it binds us more and more. That which deteriorates us. There is a lot of violence in that. And too much of energy wastage. To kill a small ant, you bring a bulldozer. That's the type of energy wastage that we do in the tamasic action. Mohadarabhyate karma. With delusion, with confusion, With no understanding you do the action. That is tamasic action. We had observed that. Then how is the rajasic action? Yattu kamepsuna karma, sahankarena vapana. Two things. One is incentive. For every action we do, there is the desire to get an incentive. Or to show off the ego, ahankarena vapana. Result of that is bahula ayasam priyate. That it brings a lot of fatigue unto you. So sattvic action we have to move towards. What are the key features of sattva? Niyatam, sangrahitam, aragadveshakrutam, apalapsayatuna karma. These are the features that he gives. That which is ordained, that you have taken as a duty. Sangrahitam, detached you have to do. You should not detach from action. You must do the work detached. Without raga and dvesha. And apalapsayatuna karma. Not always getting attached to the fruits of action. That is a key action. And these sattvic actions are the ones that form the basis of all religions. Or Manudharma Shastra, the foundation for yoga, yama, niyama are all governed by these dimensions. These are the 10 aspects of Manodharma. Dhriti, Kshama, Dama, Asteya, Shaucha, Indriya Nigraha, Dhihi, Vidya, Satyam, Akrodaha, Dashakam Dharma Rakshanam. Similarly, the 10 Commandments also refer to variously similar things. So, the dimension is to move from tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva. Then the Karma Yoga starts. The most important shloka we should all repeat and by heart. Karmanyeva adhikaraste Phaleshu kadachana Any action that you choose, yes, you have the freedom to choose. But you have no freedom to get the result that you want. Ma phareshu kadachana, ma karma parahetu. Therefore, don't get attached to the fruits of action and let there not be detachment to action. This is a key essence. So, whenever we start any action, you have the freedom. You can choose a good action, you can do a wrong action. You can do a rajasic action, you can do a tamasic action. Or you can do a sattvic action. We have absolute freedom to do that. You can start a business which can give you a lot of money, but it may be hazardous to the society. Like a secondary drug production industry or a business. जो भी हम शुरुआत करते हैं काम, वो अच्छा भी हो सकता है, बुरा भी हो सकता है. उसके ऊपर संपूर्ण स्वातंत्र्य है हमारे लिए, स्वामित्व है हमारे लिए. But you do all planning and everything perfectly to the best of your capacity, but you are not sure of the result that you get. So everything you do possible on earth, but still it may be. The space mission launched the space shuttle with all the best of the precautions, with the best of the planning, with the best of the things. But when he started coming back, what a disaster it took place. How did that happen? Later on, the black box study showed that there was a small insect. It went into the wall, and when the wall was open, it just did not allow that to open. How did that small insect get into that intricate thing, which is hermetically sealed? The wonder of wonders. Similarly, taking into consideration of the best of the planning, you invest a lot of money, $1 million in a very good stable stock, but suddenly the stock collapses, or even money goes up. In the same way, there could be the positive result also. Few years back, maybe 15 years back, the Silicon Valley, there was such a boom in the economy in the United States. People made millions and millions overnight. They became overnight millionaires. So, fruits are not in our hands. You can do all the best of the planning, but you don't have the freedom to action. Therefore, Krishna is telling, Ma phareshu kadachana. So, you have no right, you have no freedom to get the result that you want. have the key essence. Why? We don't understand the laws between the action and the result. We don't have the Trikonagnan. We don't have the subtle, intricate laws of the karma from beginning to end. Therefore, we don't get the result of our choice. Once you get the result, then again you have a choice to act the way that you want. Normally, how do we act? When we get a result of our choice, you are in jubilance, excitement. Oh, I got it, you'll be jumping with joy. जब आपको जो फल मिलना चाहिए उससे भी ज्यादा मिल गया आपको, कितना आनंद हो जाएगा, कितना संतोष हो जाता है, आप नाचना शुरू कर देंगे। परंतु जो चाहते हैं आप वो नहीं मिला आपको, बहुत लॉस हो गया, तो क्या होता है, बड़ा डिप्रेशन हो गया। कितने लोग डिप्रेशन होके जापान में सुसाइड कर दिया। कुछ सालों का पहले मैं समय जापान में घूम रहा था, तो हमारा कोऑर्डिनेटर किमरा जी है, उन्होंने बता रहा था इस साल कितना खतरनाक था जापान में, 15,000 लोग सुसाइड कर दिया। हर एक साल में ज्यादा से ज्यादा 10-15 लोग सुसाइड करते थे जापान में। क्यों? सब इतना खराब हो गया, सब बैंक्स नीचे गिर गए, कितना रिसेशन आ गया। So this is the normal reaction. Sukheshu spruhaha. When you get to sukha, you are jubilant. Dukkheshu udvignamanaha. Your mind will be depressed, you may commit even suicide. This is the normal reaction. Krishna says here you have a freedom. Here you have freedom to change your reaction, change your response. What is to be done? Whether it is success or failure, siddhi asiddhyoho, samaha bhutva. You maintain equanimity. You have to maintain samatva. Samatva is yoga. Balance is yoga. Equanimity is yoga. Yoga is not just doing asana, pranayama, mantra, bandhana, kriya. It is to maintain the equanimity. Equanimity under all circumstances, leading us to the stage of sthita prajna. So, samatvam yoga uchyate. So, when there is a siddhi, when they have a success, you say, it's all God-given thing and it is done by my team workers. So, a leader will not get excited about it, but shares all that thing to his coordinates. When there is a asiddhi, when there is a failure, then he takes on to himself, maintains the objectivity and does all things that are needed to change matters. That wonderful instance when the rocket was launched in the Tumba and it just failed, collapsed on the way. Everybody got very upset. The journalists started coming. At that time, Abdul Kalam was the leader and they wanted to thrash him essentially. What he lost, $5 billion worth money is lost in this launch. So they all came rushing. At that time, the chairman of the space mission was Dr. Dhawan, Satish Dhawan. He said, Abdul, be here, I'm going to talk to them. So he came, the journalists came, started pouring questions after questions, and what I lost to the country, and how many crores and crores, 1,500 crores has gone down the drains. You did not do this, you did not do this. Then very calmly with the objective mind, when he said, do you know the facts about the space launches? Every successful launch, before that, there are 5 to 8 failures. He just read out the numbers. In the United States, in the NASA space mission, there are at least 7 failures before each successful launch. In USSR, there used to be 8 to 10 failures before one successful launch. Don't think that first time itself everybody is going to succeed. Second time itself they are going to succeed. This is only the 4th trial that we are doing. And we have learned a lot. What we have learned in the space mission, everything he read out. And therefore, don't think that it's a failure. It's an investment, which every space mission has to do that. All the journalists open their eyes. Oh, is it so? Is it so? They are all convinced. They went back. After 8 months, there is a very successful launch. It went and completed its mission. This time what Dhawan said, oh, then I just wanted to come and praise Dhawan. He is the chairman of the space mission, what to give this thing. Then he said, Abdul, it's your share. And the journalists come and pray Abdul Kalam. This is the quality of a leader. How can this happen? Maintain the equanimity. Samatva. Samatva is the key essence. Therefore, Karma Yoga says that you have to use the freedom when you begin the work. And you must use the freedom where response. And you have no right to get the result that you want. You may get a good result, you may get a bad result. You do all the best of your efforts. You have to do that. You have to do good planning, you have to do everything. But when you get the result, you should not be disturbed. That is very, very important in the leadership program that Krishna is telling. That can happen through the duty is the essence. And we have to overcome our likes and dislikes. That is the key problem. The key problem of Rajas is strong likes and dislikes. I want this, I don't want this, I like this, I don't like this. Krishna is telling you have to overcome likes and dislikes. Whatever has come to us, we have to do to the best of our capacity. It is these likes and dislikes that cause the problem. For all the ailments that we have, the modern lifestyle disorders, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine. What is the key problem? It is raga and dvesha. And very strong desires. Attachment to this. I want this, I don't want this. So we know what is right, but we don't do the right things. Because Duryodhana is very powerful with raga and dvesha. An example, that a person is diagnosed as diabetic and the endocrinologist, he says, oh dear, you must stop eating all sweets. Your sugar level has gone up to 420. Stop eating any other sweet. Doctor, can I not take even sugar in my coffee or tea? No. With great difficulty, with all depression, you come back home and with reluctance you are following the things dictum. Then a day is there where your friend's daughter is there, married, big marriage party. And you go there. And what do you see there? All your fond sweets are lined up there. And you start looking at that. Kya hota hai? What happens? Kurukshetra Sangram. Right? Your tongue is demanding, come on, go and eat your rasgulla, your gulab jamun, and all your fond sweets. Life is for enjoyment. Don't enjoy. But what is your buddhi telling? No. Your doctors advise, endocrinologists, don't eat. Big war going on. So Kurukshetra don't need Kurukshetra. It is going on every day in our system. What else matters? Supposing your likes and dislikes, very strong likes and dislikes, win over you. Then what happens? You succumb to the desire. Okay, let me eat only one small piece. Then your buddhi also comes to your support. Hey, go and eat, Mama. What is there? Enjoyment in life. After all, what is going to happen? You take one more diabetes or maybe one more insulin prick. That's all. Go. And it will tell. You see, you don't do these things. How can the doctor survive? It's a great service to them also. So you go there and eat. Add one piece, another piece, you enjoy, and the whole is full of sweet. What happened? The likes and dislikes have overpowered you. And your Vijnanamaya Kosha has set aside. Then start the problem. That is called Adi. An imbalance is set in the Manomaya Kosha, which is called Adi. Which percolates down to the physical body, becomes a Vyadhi. All our diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, schizophrenia, all mental disorders, including cancer, everything essentially is all lifestyle disorders because of this wrong thing in which our Duryodhana predominates. This is the Rajasic dimension. Duryodhana is the embodiment of that Rajas. Duryodhana इतना बहुत प्रकार हो गया है. वो क्या बोलता है? जाना में धर्मम, न च में प्रवृत्ति ही. जाना में अधर्मम, न च में निवृत्ति ही. मैं जानता हूँ जो ठीक है नहीं करता. जो बुरा है, गलत है, उसी में फंस जाता. मैं जानता हूँ द्रौपदी को इधर खींचना, दुशासन को आड़ा देना, जाओ द्रौपदी को बुलाओ इधर और उसको नग्न कर दो. इतना खराब है, इतना पाप कार्य है, अत्यंत नीच कृत्य है. जानता हूँ मैं. परंतु क्या करें? अंदर से इतना वो द्वेष है, इतना जलसी है. मैं दुशासन को बोल रहा, जाओ बुलाओ उसको. जाना में धर्म, जाना में अधर्म. अधर्म क्या है जानता हूँ, परंतु न च में निवृत्ति, उसमें मुझे निवृत्ति नहीं, उससे मैं फंस जाता हूँ. इसीलिए जानता हूँ कृष्ण भगवान आया है, ये युद्ध को बंद करो. और इतना खराब कितना हजारों लाखों लोग मर जाएंगे, रक्त प्रवाह बढ़ जाएगा, इसलिए इसको बंद कर देंगे, छोड़ो आधा राज्य दे दो। दुर्योधन बोलता है नहीं दूंगा। जानता है वो, ठीक है देना, नहीं देगा, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, 5 गांव दे दो, मैं उसको संभाल लूंगा और ये युद्ध को समाप्त कर देंगे, नहीं करेंगे। दुर्योधन सोचता है 5 गांव से, सिर्फ 5 गांव, इससे क्या महान हो सकता है। एक बुद्धि बोलता है हाँ चलो दे दो, परंतु दूसरा क्या होता है, नहीं अहंकार आ जाएगा, नहीं कृष्ण 5 गांव नहीं, 5 अंगुल भी नहीं दूंगा, चलो हम युद्ध करेंगे, युद्ध ही निर्णय करेगा। यह है हमारे अंदर का दुर्योधन। तो जानते हैं जो करना, परंतु करते नहीं, जो नहीं करना है उसको कर देते हैं। तो इसलिए कृष्ण भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि जब हम सत्वगुण में आते हैं, कर्म योग में आते हैं, राग द्वेष तत्कृतम, राग और द्वेष से ऊपर उठना है हमको और अपने कर्तव्य को करना है, अच्छा काम करना है, तो तब हमारा सब अंदर से स्वातंत्र मिल जाएगा। इसलिए हमारा देश का विशेष था कि सब में कर्तव्यनिष्ठ समाज, सबको कर्तव्य दिया गया, माँ बाप को कर्तव्य है, बच्चों को कर्तव्य है, राजा को कर्तव्य है और मंत्री को कर्तव्य है, सब लोगों को कर्तव्य के अनुसार करना है, अपनी इच्छा से ही नहीं करना, ये बताया गया। ये है काम्य कर्म और बुद्धि योग में अंतर। काम्य कर्म में क्या करते हैं, अपनी इच्छा के अनुसार काम करते हैं, और कर्म योग में क्या करते हैं, जो ठीक है, जो कर्तव्य रूप में आया है उसी को करना है। कृष्ण भगवान बन रहा है तो काम में कर्म से ड्यूटी के ओर जाना है और अच्छा काम करते जाना। त्याग और सेवा ही इसका मूल आधार है। दान दया दम कल बताया मैं, इसको करते जाना। यज्ञ भी ये होता है, ठीक है। इसके बाद क्या होता है, हम सब ये अच्छे काम कर रहे हैं, फिर भी उधर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो सकता है। किम कर्मा किम अकर्मा इत्यत्र अवयहापि मोहिताः भवन्ति। क्या करना क्या नहीं करना, बहुत अच्छे बुद्धिमान लोग भी उसमें फंस जाते हैं। कृष्ण भगवान बोल रहा है मैं वो रहस्य को बोलूंगा जिससे तुम ऐसे जो द्वंद्व से पार हो सकते हो। conflict between ethics and ethics, duty, one duty and another duty versus ethics. Why ethics? This is the biggest problem in the United States. 10 commandments were preached in a class, wonderful exposition by the father. One of the brilliant students got up, sir, I marvel at your oration, I am hypnotized by your examples, I am so wonderful, so great, but sir, I have one question. Why should I follow the 10 commandments? Why should I show this cheek when somebody hits me other? I would rather hit him with a bigger gun than he hits me at the cheek. Why should I give my hard-earned money to somebody else? You are making them lazy. Father had no answer. Should I follow this just because the Christ has told? No answer. That's why the whole charity is coming down. It's only here we have the answer for that. Why ethics? Why duty? Somebody else says duty is imposition of discipline. Why imposition of the discipline? Why you should do like that? Why you should do like that? Who are you to question me? We are the free birds. We can do anything that we want. And meaning of life. These are the subtle questions that come. When such conflicts arise, we are torn apart. Various types of conflict which I was mentioning. Conflict. So Krishna is giving the example. What is the first secret he gives? कर्मणो ह्यपि बोद्धव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोद्धव्यं गहना कर्मणो गतिः. They told yesterday, you must understand karma, vikarma and akarma. Relaxation, recreation and silence has to be followed. So, second secret, yogasthah kuru karmani sangam tyakva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samattvai yoga uchyate. Yogasthah kuru Ekam siddhya siddhyoho samaha bhutva. Maintain equanimity, he says. This is the whole essence. This is the feature of action in relaxation, we call. While doing any action, all the time we must maintain that equanimity, maintain that silence, maintain that calmness, maintain that relaxation. You are doing good action, but when doing the action, you may get tensed up, you may get stressed up, you may get lost. Again, you end up with a lot number of problems. Because the sattva also is a golden bangle. It's also a bondage. Therefore, that can also lead you to diabetes, hypertension, heart problems, epilepsy, migraine. Just because you are doing good action, it doesn't mean that you don't have these diseases. The adi, you have to overcome. You have tremendous attachment to the likes that you have. You are doing good action. It's very good to get involved in that. But if you get attached and over-attached, you have the same problem. That is the answer that Krishna is giving. Then how to bring about that relaxation in action? We have seen Kerala girls carrying beautiful pots and dancing to the tune of music. How wonderfully does the music dance. What is happening at that time? Every moment when they are dancing, there is an inner awareness to maintain the gravity, to maintain the balance. And even if she makes a small mistake, even for 1 second, if there is a losing of consciousness, awareness, the pot will fall down. So this is Karma Yoga. Maintain that inner equipoise, maintain that inner calmness, peace, relaxation. You should do the work. And wonderfully, we have one of the master poets in Karnataka, and it's called Gundapati, Dividi. He beautifully brings out the whole essence. Eradu kodegalani maadu manadalayade virami sobbane monadol vadamaneya shantiyade orakoneyale yogaratagalani naadu varayoga sutra vidumankotimma munkotimma. He says. What does he say? In the mind, you make two compartments as it, the inner layer and the outer layer. This we all are familiar. For example, you are hearing this thing, but some people inside, deep in your mind, something is bugging you. Oh, what is happening to my father or my close relative who is in the hospital, and whether he is improving or not. Inner mind is telling you. But outside mind is hearing, understanding. Always there is the inner mind with something deeper, something is bugging you. So, Dividi is telling, observe the two things, outer mind and the inner mind. The superficial, gross mind and the inner, subtler mind. Subconscious outside. And it is this inner mind that we have to purify, the deeper level. All the time enjoy that inner life with calmness, peace and relaxation, with a blissful awareness. Yogastha Kurukarmani. Being attuned to that inner silence, inner blissful awareness, do all actions. Outside, whatever you may be doing, it's fine. You are a housewife doing the kitchen work, you are doing chapati making, or you are a professor, you are a computer expert, you are a lawyer, you are an advocate, whatever may be your professor. Your action, please go ahead and do that the best possible way. But inside, what should happen all the time in that inner calm, inner peace, inner blissful awareness? This is the secret he is giving. So you must use that freedom not only in choosing a good action, not only use the freedom when you get the result to maintain the equanimity, but every moment you should be monitoring and keeping your inner silence. In the space mission, this is what happened. First time when they launched the rocket, everything was planning, it was going straight into the orbit to reach the moon. In few more hours, it's going to reach the moon. Suddenly there was a meteor who came and then hit, and the whole thing started bending down and got crashed. It was totally unexpected. How a meteor in that huge cosmos will come and hit that rocket. The probability is 1 in a million, but it happened. How to overcome that? They found out a new way. They put in new rockets, some 2 or 3 new rockets which are there, small ones, and continuously are monitoring the entire path. When something hits, immediately the small rocket is fired to put the main rocket into order. Every millisecond, the trajectory is monitored in the computer. In the Houston, there is a control station in which every millisecond, the whole path is continuously monitored. Any change occurs, immediately they allow the rockets to see that the main space rocket comes into orbit. This is what we have to do here. We have a rocket, we have taken good work, fantastic work, Karma Yoga, reaching the moksha, and we have used our freedom to choose the right action. The Ekala Abhiyan you have chosen, and you have started wonderful work going on and on. But then inside, every moment you have to maintain that inner calm. Every minute, nimishan, unmishan napi. Whatever you are doing activity, Pashan, Shunman, Sprishan, Digran, Rashtan, Gachan, Sopan, Trasan, Pradapan, unmishan, nimishan napi. Every wink of the eye, Krishna says, Indriyani, Indriyartheshu, Vartantaiti Dharayan. Can we maintain that inner pause all the time? Then no adi can come to you, no disease can come to you, and you will be the healthiest person with you. Vajra Kathora Sharira. That's what is needed today. Otherwise, doing good action also you end up with the problems. So that is the secret that Krishna is giving. All the time maintain that inner quiet and do the action. Blissful awareness. अंदर वो आनंद का प्रवाह बहते रहना है, अंदर का गंगा चलते रहना है, वो आनंद का प्रवाह, और आनंद में रहते हुए जब काम करना है, अंदर इतना शांति रहना है और कामनेस रहना है, रिलैक्सेशन रहना है, कुछ भी तनाव नहीं, कुछ भी स्ट्रेस नहीं, बहुत आनंद से काम करते जाना, उस पर भी एक्साइटमेंट नहीं होना, बिना एक्साइटमेंट शांति से करना है. आनंद ही शांति है, शांति ही आनंद है. Bliss is silence, silence is bliss, is to be understood. And maintain that inner silence, stress-free condition. That's what we see today in our Arogya Dham. We have about 250 beds, and people from all over the world, they come with various types of ailments. And they are burnt up cases, they have no solution. And people have declared, okay, you are going to live only 3 months, 6 months, cancer patient. When they come here, what do? We give the secret of our Indian wisdom base. We give them the Karma Yoga base. We give the techniques, morning 5 o'clock up to night 10 o'clock. They are meant to practice this. How to tune themselves to that inner awareness, inner calm, inner relaxation, doing all activities in relaxation. They learn the secret of action. And what a miracle we see. Every week there's a miracle. And wonderful results they get. And unbelievable results. We are documenting all this result and doing the wonderful thing. Therefore, this is the secret that Krishna has given us. We are trying to adopt here in our Arogya Dham, a holistic approach, what they call the integrated approach of yoga therapy. Arogya Dham we call, we don't call it a hospital. Because we want normal people also to come here and prevent diseases, promote positive health. And therefore it is not meant only for people who are suffering, for the sick people. Before you become sick, come here and then see that you get the result. You want children to come here. We have personality development camp here. And children who are hypochondriac, autism, mental retardation, slow learners, all types of children come here. And people who are hyperkinetic with tremendous hyperactivity. And very brilliant children, they come here. April 1st to 10th, 11th to 20th, 21st to 30th, 3 camps we do. 400 children come here from all over the world. And you must see the result in just 10 days. Person has come with depression, goes and comes to the state talking wonderfully. The parents are amazed. Children who could not sit 5 minutes or 2 minutes, they are done doing Shavasana beautifully for half an hour. Sitting in meditation. How the miracle occurs? That is the grandeur that Swami Vivekananda has given us. The wisdom base, the tremendous amount of power that we have. And yoga is that systematic conscious process using the freedom to transform ourselves. And transformation doesn't need years and years for that. You can do it in 2 days. In our SPECT program that we see. 2 days SPECT program for the executives we do. 5 theory, 5 practice. You will find miracles happening there. People from all over different industries they come. The biggest industry, ONGC, have got 135 different training programs. They have considered our training program of 2 days spent as the best because they get such immense wisdom base. Most of these people come and say, big executives who come and say, oh, I'm so happy that I got diabetes. I thank diabetes. Why? Without that I would not have come here. I would not have got this wonderful wisdom base of our country. I would have been ignorant about it. That is the beauty of our Indian wisdom base, and Master has given us the whole wisdom in such wonderful scientific approach, and that's what we are trying to crystallize here in Prashanti Kuteram. Let's contemplate on these thoughts. Sit straight, eyes closed. Relax all parts of the body, from toes to head. Beautiful smile on the face. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Release all the tensions and stresses. सब तनाव को छोड़ देना, शिथिल करना शरीर को, स्नायुओं को मुस्कान के साथ। हमारे अंदर जो तमोगुण है, रजोगुण है, उसको नियंत्रण करेंगे सांस के द्वारा। सांस की गति को कम करना ही रजस को नियंत्रण करने में सबसे अच्छा उपाय है। Rajas is featured by excessive speed, hypersensitivity, overreactions, strong likes and dislikes. How to control? Slow breathing. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Whenever you are getting excited, whenever you are getting depressed, whenever you are getting angry, do one simple thing. Take a deep breath, slowly breathe out. Do it a few times. Our autonomic nervous system will come to a balance. The sympathetic arousal that has caused will come to a balance. Samatva will be maintained. Simple trick. Inside, do any activity outside. Do all the good activities we have embarked on. The fantastic national work that we have taken up. But inner growth, inner silence, inner equipoise, inner joy, inner bliss to be promoted. अंदर में शांति, अंदर में शांति की गंगा बहना है। बाहर अच्छा काम करते जाएंगे, जो भी काम करेंगे सब में अंदर के गंगा को स्मरण करते जाएंगे। पवित्र गंगा है, महान गंगा है, आनंद धारा है, आनंदमय कोश इसको बताते हैं। आनंदमय कोश में रहते हुए बाहर अच्छे काम करेंगे, अंदर के आनंद को बाहर हम सबको बांटेंगे। यही है प्रेम भाव, प्यार भाव। Inner silence, inner bliss, inner shanti, peace. We should anchor our lives into it and do all the good activities and bring the fragrance of love, bliss and harmony and peace to everyone whom we meet. That the grand message that Swami Vivekananda has given, universal brotherhood. And to everyone, in every village, we have taken up that grand national vision. Let us start start this divine pilgrimage of inner growth, moving from tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva, and beyond the sattva to the karma yoga. The secret Krishna has given us. Namaskar Mudra.